Hello, you're watching World Talks on TVP World. My name is Sasha Fahrbach. Poland and Saudi Arabia are deepening their economic relationship following Poland's economy minister Andrzej Domański's recent visit to Riyadh and Saudi foreign minister's visit to Warsaw. Both countries have intensified discussions on trade expansion, investment frameworks, and cooperation in areas such as energy, technology, and infrastructure. Now, what all that means for the two countries and the wider world, we're now joined in the studio by Her Excellency Enass Ahmad Alshahwan, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to Poland. Your Excellency, thank you so much for joining us here in the studio.
Thank you for the invitation.
So this relationship, it's an interesting one because it doesn't get that much attention, but it's interesting. How did this develop recently, and what are the potentials here between Poland and Saudi Arabia?
Well, both countries have been transforming dramatically when it comes to economic growth. Saudi Arabia has doubled its GDP in the last 10 years, and I believe Poland did the same. So we have great potentials for development, and with that comes a lot of opportunities for collaborations and cooperation between the two countries.
And opportunities as well. I mean, on that recent visit I mentioned from the economy minister in Riyadh, that was by the invitation of Saudi Arabia. He had said that the prediction about $10 billion in bilateral trade. So that's quite significant. So tell us a bit more where you see those areas, and what kind, is that defense, is that energy, where is that?
It is a very significant cooperation, and we are the largest trade partner to Poland in the Middle East and Africa, and we hope that we will alleviate the current cooperation that we have and expand that to new sectors. The main focus areas are energy, both renewable and green energy. We are looking into constructions, we are looking into agri-food, IT solutions and IT digital infrastructure. Both countries are growing heavily in terms of that. Saudi Arabia is ranked #1 when it comes to ICT development, and with that we need a lot of infrastructure, and we need also a lot of ICT solutions. And I believe that Poland has been growing heavily in that sector.
And on that, I think I'm curious as well. We're looking at Saudi Arabia. I mean, you're looking at other investments across the globe, across Europe. But if you can, tell us what makes, let's say, Poland special. How has that stuck out for more interest by Saudi Arabia?
I think our development priorities align with Vision 2030 in Saudi Arabia, launched in 2016, with the objective to diversify our economy, to focus on digitalization and innovative and tech-driven economy. And I believe Poland has been doing the same in the last decade. So we both have these set of priorities, and we believe there is a huge potential for the two countries to expand the current cooperation and also to open doors and unlock new sectors.
And tell us a bit about this trip, because we've had this recent invitation of Mr. Domański in Riyadh, but also prior to that we had your foreign minister here in Warsaw meeting with Mr. Sikorski, the foreign minister. So from that, give us the tangibles from that. Why is that significant? What came out of that?
Well, since my arrival, we had 3 high-level visits. We had the visit of our Minister of Investment to Warsaw in September 2025. We had the visit of our Foreign Minister, His Royal Highness Prince Faisal bin Farhan, to Warsaw in January this year. And during that visit, we signed a memorandum of understanding to establish a coordination council. The coordination council is a way to institutionalize the relationship between the two countries and to have a framework for collaboration. And we believe that it will be a platform to widen our cooperation and also to oversee the cooperation in different sectors, whether it's political coordination, economic and investment, even culture.
You said this is already one of the many high-profile visits during your time here. So in a way, some might say it might be because of your efforts. But at the same time, is it correct to characterize this as now accelerating? Are these visits increasing? Is that correct to say?
Yes, of course, the frequency of the visits and also the magnitude of the visits, because Minister Domański was in Saudi Arabia with a historic delegation. We had more than 70 Polish companies going with Minister Domański to visit Saudi Arabia, and a number of head of financial and economic institutions here in Poland. And I think this signals the importance of Saudi Arabia as a leader in the region when it comes to a number of opportunities. It signals the growth that both countries are having and the opportunities and potentials for collaboration, as I mentioned. And Saudi Arabia has been going through a huge transformation in the last 10 years. We are becoming pioneers in a number of sectors. We are ranked first when it comes to cybersecurity, for example. We're doing great with renewables. We managed to produce 33 gigawatts of renewable energy last year, and this is the equivalent of both Austria and Switzerland's combined of installed capacity. And we see the energy transition in Poland, and with that, again, opportunities for collaboration.
Mm-hmm. And opportunities also, you mentioned various sectors from food to ICT, you name it. One interesting one I want to ask, there's also defense. I mean, this is an area also where Saudi Arabia has purchased a lot in terms of weapons, usually from the United States. There's more development now in Poland, also money coming from the European Union. If you can, is there also, let's say, an interest, an appetite there for also what Poland can produce in the defense industry for Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, I think all sectors are of interest in Saudi Arabia. When it comes to defense, Saudi Arabia is building its capacity to nationalize a lot of technologies. We are keen on partners who are willing to transfer the technology, to exchange experiences, and I think we can have that with Poland.
Mm-hmm. And also, speaking of experience, I know we're still some months away. G20 is in December in the United States. Saudi Arabia was the host in 2020 in Riyadh. I'm just curious also in terms of if there already has been, what kind of lessons or partnerships, what insights could Saudi Arabia provide to Poland? Poland is invited, not as a member, but someone to take part in the summit. What are the lessons there, and what kind of, let's say, coordination is already happening there between these countries? Well,
we look forward to cooperate with Poland under the G20 umbrella during the year where the US is chairing, and we wish them a very successful participation in the summit.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And also, if we're looking at more tangibles, looking at where this relationship is going, how is Poland perceived, let's say, by Saudi Arabia in terms of also business, the business community, investment? If we're looking at partnerships, is it ranked highly? Is that changing? Tell us a bit more about that.
I think we are exploring a lot opportunities for cooperation, and they are vast opportunities. So there is no limit for what we can achieve together. The business sector and the private sector in both countries is very interested. We established the Saudi-Polish Business Council, and through that council, businesses can find opportunities and can find way to scale up. Saudi Arabia is a very attractive market for Polish companies for scale, for diversification. And also, we see Poland as a very attractive country for investments for our private sector. So there is a huge interest.
Mm-hmm. Also, I want to ask you about this Port Polska, this huge airport project that's happening right now around Poland. There is an idea that maybe there could be another investor, potentially Saudi Arabia, stepping into that. Any comment on that?
Well, I think there is talks, but nothing concrete. So whenever there are news, we will share it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And also, I think your own story is quite interesting. I think you're the first career diplomat from Saudi Arabia, gone through the ministry. Tell us a bit about your own journey and what you've gained through this and what that message, I think, signals for your country and yourself.
Oh, thank you. I think I'm a living example of the transformation happened in Saudi Arabia since the launch of Vision 2030. From that, women empowerment was central to the vision. And from that, we see a lot of opportunities where highly qualified Saudi women are taking part in the development happening in Saudi Arabia, in taking the vision and achieving its goals. And we are very proud to see the advancements happening in our own country.
Mm-hmm. And one conclusion, your impressions of Poland already. You've been here since 2025 a little bit, but give us your impressions before we close.
I'm very happy to be here. It's a very vibrant country. A lot is happening, and exciting times for Saudi-Polish relations.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate all that. That was Her Excellency Enass Ahmad Alshahwan of the Saudi Arabian Embassy to Poland. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us here on TVP World, but stay right here for more news and commentary. Goodbye.